Alright guys, my name is Aditya Kharadkar and welcome back to the Brainstorm Codings. In this video I will show you how to create a function which accepts a pointer variable as an argument and how to create another function which returns a pointer variable. So first we will declare a variable c which holds the value 1000. Then we will create a pointer variable of integer type which holds the memory address of this variable c. So let me print out the value stored in variable c. If I run this code, PA declared but not used, so we have to use this variable. Let's access this value using the pointer variable. So the value stored in variable c is 1000. And now I will create a function. So this is the func keyword. The name of the function is ptr. This function accepts a pointer variable. Not 1000, we will take 5000. Now let's call the function, and after running this whole code I will tell you how it works. So let's call the function now, function ptr, and pass this pointer variable. So the value stored in variable c will be changed after calling the function. Now if I run this code, so the value stored in variable c is 1000 and then it changed to 5000. Now why this happened? So here we declared the variable c and assigned it a value 1000, then we declared this pointer variable which holds the memory address of this variable c. Then we have printed the value stored in the variable c before calling the function. Then we have called this function and we have passed the pointer variable as an argument, and then we have again checked the value stored in the variable c after calling the function. So we have this function ptr over here which accepts a pointer variable, and we have set the value 5000. So this will change the value stored in the variable c. So just because we are passing the pointer variable of variable c, this will change the value stored in the variable c. And we can even change the value stored in the variable c using the address operator. So instead of passing the pointer variable, we can even pass the memory address of variable c. So we don't need this pointer variable this time. I will just use the address operator and the variable c. Now if I run this code, so we have the same output as before. So the value stored in the variable c was 1000 and then it changed to 5000. So this is how you can create a function which accepts a pointer variable, and we can pass a pointer variable into the function call, or we can even pass the memory address of another variable of which we have to change the value. And now I will create a function which returns a pointer variable. So this function doesn't need an argument, but it returns a pointer variable of integer type. Then I will declare a variable which holds the value 400, and I will return the memory address of this variable. Now in the main function I will declare another variable which holds the function call, and I will print this variable using the dereferencing operator. If I run this code, we get to see the value 400. So we have created a function which returns a pointer variable. In that function we have declared this variable which holds the value 400, and we have returned the memory address of this variable. Then we have declared a variable n which holds the function call, and then we have printed this variable. So this variable or this println function prints the value which is stored in the variable n using the dereferencing operator. Now what if we don't use this dereferencing operator? We get the memory address. So this is the hexadecimal number we have right now. This is the memory address. So this is how you can create a function which accepts a pointer variable as an argument, or you can even create a function which returns a pointer variable. So that's all about function returning a pointer variable and function accepting a pointer variable. So thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.